Hello, fabulous people. It's Beate, the growth architect. So much going on right now that I can't even wait to tell you what's happening. So, as you know, we've been in the inevitable recovery. We did a 7-day event where I took you every day through a 20-minute session, and then from there on forward, we started to move over to the intentional implementer. Some of you and some of you just hanging out here and are watching sort of my weekly videos. So I've been looking hard at what's going on right now. And it is amazing on just the amount of anger and frustration and just this prolonged time that we are spending with the business rebuilding, because we had thought back when we did this for the first time that we are going to go into the inevitable recovery and things are going to be better, and then we're moving forward and boom shakalaka, life is going to be grand. But we are now seeing, really, when we take a hard look at the market and what's been happening, is that there is a much larger, much longer consequence coming up. I predict that in December, we will see another huge wave of layoffs. That's when organizations are realizing, when they look at the quarterly earnings, that things are not that great. And depending on how the Christmas business goes, which, if you don't work, you don't have disposable income, you're not spending money, you're putting the money toward your bill, things are going to be probably very much scaled down. So for all of you business owners right now, this is your come to Jesus moment where you have to really think hard and long about, is your business even sustainable? What do you need to do now? Is this a good time to start? Do you have to pivot? Do you have to make changes to your business? What is this going to be looking like for the remainder of the year in Q4 and then, going into 2021? What typically happens, and again, this is my eighth disaster in something like this, is that the vulnerabilities of your business are blatantly exposed. I mean, boom, there it is. What happened is cannot be undone. I have lost in September 11th my entire business. And I could not rebuild it. So I had to not just pivot, I had to do a hard stop and change and do something else. So what we're going to be doing now, and I want you to be there and invite you to join me. So I am running the inevitable recovery again. I have put this on a membership website, which I run. Don't worry, it's continuing to be free, because I want this information to be easily available for you, because right now I am seeing so many of my friends go out of business. I see so many people struggle. It hurts me in my heart. I am here for you. So I encourage you, and whether you've done this the first time or haven't done it the first time, do it again. You go to inevitablerecovery.com, and I put the URL in here so you can sign up. And we're beginning on September 15th. So it's a week after Labor Day, because I know some of you are going to go away, just to clear your heads. But boom, when you come back, we're going to get started. And then at the end of it, I'm going to do on the 8th day an encore, where I will take you through a special part of it that we have not done before, to help you to really get to that next level and get your business back just better. So what should you do right now in the meantime? So number one, you go to inevitablerecovery.com, you sign up so that you get your email notifications, because every day we're going to send out a notification that says, the program is up. It's going on a drip sequence, which means every day one of the videos will be released, and you can wait a couple days, watch them all together. You can do one at a day. I mean, it depends on sort of how you work. We are also going to be very clear about accountability, because I don't understand it, and I'm going to just call you on to the mat for this one. Accountability is really that you are doing what you said you were going to do. And sitting around and dilly-dallying or being freaked out isn't going to cut it. You're going to have to make changes. I mean, there's no question in my mind that you're not accountable to anybody but yourself. And so if you are not in the right mindset for accountability, if you're in this perpetual negative mindset and you allow all this other negative stuff of what people are saying and God, I mean, what Trump's doing and what's happening, if you allow all of that to affect you perpetually, it's really hard to stay in a positive mindset. In order for you to get noticed, you have to have this kind of positivity, the opportunity, and the sense that when I work with you, I can forget my troubles and I am going to be good to go and you're going to make things easy and I'm going to have such a great time working with you. So, on that one, I'm crying a bit of tear about it. Just kidding, allergies. So, what I want you to do now, sign up inevitablerecovery.com and get yourself that spot secured. There's enough spots. There's no scarcity in how many spots there are available. There are plenty for everybody. The material is available for you whenever you're ready. That's number one. Number two, have your reality check with yourself at this moment in time. Are you really doing what you should be doing? Or are you still wasting time? This is here to stay for a long period to come. You must make changes to your business model if your business model doesn't produce results right now, whatever that might be. So have that honesty with yourself and take a look inside and say, is this the moment for me to make the change that I said I needed to make? Or did I say I was going to be playing bigger and larger and my business is set up to keep me really small? Am I not really reaching enough people? Because sometimes within that, there's a message that you get from spirit, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, that where the message that you've been saying really keeps coming back to you. And I'm going to give you an example. So before I had all this disaster stuff happening, where September 11th happened, my lawsuit happened. And I mean, it was just a decade of just disaster. And I'm sitting in this and I'm going and I'm thinking, I was a photographer agent and I go, this is just not big enough for me. I know I can do more. I'm much more intelligent. I can play on a much larger global scale. And then September 11th came and the lawsuit happened and the business was gone. So the universe really was listening to me when I said that I wasn't playing big enough, because my next business that what I was forced to change was to set up the stock syndication, and I licensed into 79 countries all over the world. So I was truly becoming that global business and operating on a much larger scale than I had said I was wanting to be doing. So within where you are at right now, and I know this is tough, okay, we're not sugarcoating it, we're not putting anything on it. I know this is tough, but you got to really look now what is asked of you to do next. Are you stepping into that brilliance? Are you really making these changes? And if you are not doing that, then your time is now. You do not have any more time to waste or you will go out of business. I can guarantee you that, because it's already happening everywhere. And I don't want you to be one of those. So let's just talk for another moment, and then we're signing off for today about what is in the inevitable recovery. So the first segment is about clients' worries, what clients worry about, and why that matters to you, and what emotions they experience, and how you need to articulate, how do you need to address that. That's in our second day, where we talk about the marketing and the messaging that goes with it, because what do you need to say and do to communicate to them what these marketing messages and your messaging needs to be like. Then on the third day, we talk about how you can step into your own leadership, how you can be a better leader, how you can really live up to your potential. In the fourth step, we talk about mindset, which was probably one of the best segments we've done. What kind of mindset do you need to be in to attract positivity, to attract energetically good juju, and some of my tricks on what I do on a daily basis to keep my mindset clean. Finally, on day 5, we talk about pricing. What are all the things that go into pricing? On day number 6, we are discussing pipeline and how to rebuild your pipeline. And then on day 7, we talk about the intentional implementer and what that means, how you drive your business forward. And then on the 8th day, as I said, I'm going to do a live impromptu event where I will be talking about something that you all need to know that I just recently learned what's going on in the market to drive your business forward. So that's it from me today. Please say hello in the comments. I always love to hear from you. Tell me how you're doing. And I hope I all get to see you in the Inevitable Recovery beginning on September 15th. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.